Hey guys, welcome back. So first of all, I'm extremely sorry for the delay that happened in the live stream. There was some trouble with the OBS software that I was using, and because of that, I would like to apologize. I'm sorry if any of you were actually waiting and thinking that I'm just going to join at 2:30 as I had previously promised. For that, please forgive me. I'm sincerely going to apologize for that. Second thing, the thing that I wanted to talk to you about is that in this video, I am going to teach you about how you can buy unlisted companies. Now, unlisted companies are those companies that have not yet gone public. So these are those companies such as OYO or for example, Paytm before it actually went for an IPO. Now, this is known as, first of all, private equity investing. Uh, and this is a very highly illiquid type of investment, but it's very important to know and very important to understand all forms of advantages that you can get in the capital world and in the financial world. Secondly, what it does is, the best thing that I love about illiquid investments is that you cannot truly take your money out of the company just whenever you feel like it. For example, if you actually go out there and think that you are just going to buy crypto, and after 1 week or 1 month, the moment it rallies, you are just going to take out your money. It sets a very bad precedent and sets your habits very wrong, that money can be made easily and money can be made in the short term. Short term gains is going to create habits that is going to destroy your fundamental blocks of wealth creation for a long term. That's why I always say, think from a fundamental strong point. Think that you are going to create wealth over a long period of time. Why do you think that Warren Buffett's name comes up on top so many times? Because he's been an investor for the last 76 years. 76 years is a very long time frame. Most of you haven't been even alive for 76 years and for the same amount of time that he's been investing in the equity markets. And that's why he is known as a legendary investor in all the financial circles that he's part of. And now, without taking any more of your time, I will now take you to the platform that I was talking about. This platform is known as LeadOff. Shout out to Shashank Udupa, who's my mentor, who has actually taught me everything that I know about stock market investing. And for that, he actually told me about this platform. I got in touch with the founders of the company and I saw what the company is doing. And now, just let me take you through my screen. Perfect. This is the website, and I have added the link in description for any of you who is curious enough to join more about LeadOff. You can just check out their website. They have private reserve access, and the access is given to you after 3 month time period, because they are still in the phase of building their entire platform. You must know that how the entire platform is sourcing these leads. So when all of these startups are actually, either they are raising money through angel investors, or maybe they have distributed stocks through stock options. At some point in time, these employees of the company, they think that, it's time that we are going to liquidate our cash, or maybe we need to actually liquidate all the money that we have. So the company, what it does, LeadOff, basically goes after all these individuals or angel investors who are looking to actually sell off their equities, and then buys from them, and the same amount of equities that you have here, then it purchases and provides it to you. How you can check if the amount has been transferred into your account, that is your demat account, CDSL account, precisely in your CDSL account. I will show you that as well, because it is very important to know, and I have invested my own money through this platform before telling it to you guys, so that I can say for sure that this is safe and a sound investment, just so that if you are going to use it, my name is attached to it. That's why. Now, okay. Now, what does LeadOff do? You should understand the fact that LeadOff acts as a broker between the angel investors or the employees of the startups who have sold off their equities. They procure these equities or the stocks from these individuals and then sells it to you. How you actually end up getting these equities from, how you end up getting these stocks is they actually have created lots. Sorry, they have created lots in which a bunch of shares of a company are present, and you have to buy one bunch of that lot to be able to participate and get your money. The entire process is really simple. It can be done in 5 minutes, and I will show you how that is done as well. So just let me log in and give me a moment. I will also log in into my Zerodha account so that you will see how I do it. Okay. So just because you guys are not able to see my screen and my Zerodha password, that's why I have done that. That you are able to see me, but not the screen. Right. Perfect. Now, one second. DMAT. Portfolio. Okay, I will get back. I'll now show you screen. You'll be able to see my screen again back. Yeah, saying that lead off is the portal. Once you purchase any stocks or shares from lead off, they are deposited into your CDSL account. So you can be assured that these are safe. The stock that I am today going to purchase is Reliance Retail. Why is that? Because if you had heard about in 2020, there was a dispute on between Amazon and Reliance that Reliance was trying to purchase Future Retail, which is the Big Bazaar group from Kishore Biani. But what Amazon ended up doing, and this is a very desperate and a very sick move that I did not enjoy on Amazon's behalf of actually interfering with the way the deal was being transacted, was that they had purchased Future Consumer. Future Consumer was a one subsidiary of a company, whereas Reliance had purchased the entire Future Group for 22,000 crore rupees, and they actually went to the Singapore Arbitration Court, which basically it was the Singapore Supreme Court, you could say, and they acted, yeah, Singapore Arbitration Court. They acted as an intermediary, and what they did was they ended up destroying the value of Kishore Biani's company, that is the Future Group, as well as they actually delayed the amount of money that Reliance had put in. So the amount of money that he had purchased Future Retail for Mukesh Ambani, he ended up destroying that wealth. Even I had invested a lot of my money during this, not a lot of my money, a very small portion of wealth allocation in Future Retail at that point in time, because I knew the potential of what Reliance is going to do once the company actually goes big. But due to that deal, I had to incur major losses as well. So I'm being very candid with you in that case. Now, before I actually go out and make a purchase, let me tell you something. I will take you through the FAQs of the company, and you should know that you should know the legal notices and disclosure. All the information that is displayed or downloadable from leadup.com is an offer to buy or sell, or is not a recommendation to offer to buy or sell, or solicitation of an offer to buy or sell. You should understand this. Now there is a terms of use, so you should always read these things, because it is important that you understand what you are putting in your hard-earned money into these things. So it's important that way. Yeah. Now I will take you through the use. That's not important. So first of all, this is known as private marketing. In the private markets, investors acquire shares of a company that is still private and is not listed on the public market or stock exchange. Who sells shares in the private company? Existing shareholders. Now it can be angel investors, some VCs who have been early stage VCs, be it Series A, Series B, or the is company involved in selling shares? No, this is secondary off-market transaction. So the promoters of the company are not doing this. So your money is in the safe hand, and the promoter of the company are also not involved in any of these things. That is, in any way there is no involvement of the company in these transactions. Are the shares being sold in the demat form? Yes, the shares are being sold in that form. Once you place an order, the shares will be deposited into your demat account within 24 to 48 hours. What I saw when I had invested my own money, the amount reflecting in my demat account within 36 hours when I had was important. Now, I would like to explain. So, it has proprietary data and coalition of partners. Lead off makes easy to trade in the private markets as easy as it is to trade in the public market. Over the years, private market space has been ruled by indigenous brokers who charge exorbitant commissions. एंड दैट्स द थिंग, जो आपके पहले ब्रोकर्स होते थे मार्केट में, दे वो आपका पैसा लेके भाग जाएंगे, वो क्या कर देंगे, यू हैड नो आइडिया, यू नो देयर इज अ कंप्लीट ब्लैक बॉक्स सिस्टम, देयर वाज नो ट्रांसपेरेंसी. The beautiful thing about Trade for Lead Office, it's a completely transparent platform. They have some of the best invest banking, individual investment banking में काम कर चुके हैं, and they have some best research analysts to actually do the research. So I will take you through the research report of the stock that I will purchase, so that you get an idea of how deep their research goes. How do you assure that it's a private deal? Before engaging in a transaction, through due diligence of supply partner or sales performed to provide appropriate comfort level. If the company is not listed, how come shares are demat form? Companies which has more than 100 shareholders can pass a board and get its share dematerialized with an CDSL. I hope you understood that. Okay. Now, lock-in period. Now, you share, there is no lock-in period involved in these things, but the fact remains the same. Because nobody else has access to these shares, you do not know when are these going to be sold. Most of the time, what is going to happen is, once the company is IPOs, then these shares are going to be listed, and you will be able to see how you have these shares with you. How you can essentially sell your shares. So there is no lock-in period, and depends what kind of returns one can expect investing in private companies. Now it again depends on the companies and the financials of the company that you need to always read. Please, it is always, I say, DYOR, do your own research. We are here to educate and create awareness. But at the end of the day, because it is you who is going to put in their own money, you should know that we are not SEBI registered advisors. This is not financial advice that we are giving. This is not a stock listing, buy or sell recommendation. So you must understand that. Tax implications of investing in the private market. Now, capital gains on the sale of unlisted shares is classified as long term if it's held more than 24 months. So अगर आप 2 साल से ज़्यादा इसे रखते हैं, then it will be held as long term capital gains. STCG होगा short term capital gains, which would be which is taxable and applicable. Long term capital gains tax on private equity shares is of 20%, and short term capital gains tax is applicable based on your tax bracket that you have. And finally, they have an in-house proprietary system, Lead of Beacon, which obtains relevant and essential information about the asset from a variety of public and private databases, as well as market and industry sources. Because we use such sophisticated technologies, we bring the information to you in real time with industry-leading accuracy. So I hope that will actually give you a much needed clarity about the platform, how it works, and how you can actually invest your money. Coming back to the thing of Future Retail and Reliance, let me take you through this. Now, there is a good news that is starting to now happen. because Amazon is now finally setting aside. They have said that, you know what, we are not going to get into this thing. And my hats off to you, Mukesh Ambani, that you were finally able to, get this deal done, and the entire takeover of Future Group is going to be completed. Now, Future Retail employees, vendors, landlords breathe easy as Reliance begins takeover. Now, as I told, Amazon had blocked the deal because they had put in about $1 billion in a subsidiary of Future Retail that is known by the name of Future Coupons. Yeah, Future Coupons is the company that they had put money in, and that was not even they had put in money. They had only made a promise that they are going to put in the money. But during COVID, what had ended up happening was Futures Group suffered massive losses because they had taken on massive amount of debt, and because of the locks, nobody was actually physically visiting all these stores, and because there was no visit to the stores, obviously footfall was down. They had to pay off their employees. They had to make sure that the stocks of the products that they had to have there, and there is that reason that the company ended up suffering so badly because of that. Now, Future Retail acknowledging in exchange filing recently that he had been finding it challenging to finance capital needs. Stakeholders were edged. Now, the situation for Future Group was so bad that the company was not just going to go bankrupt. There was it was legally binding that Kishore Biani might end up going to jail because of that. So there is one important lesson that I want to share with you, that and which is why I respect entrepreneurs the most. That these are those individuals who risk their life to create value for the economy, to provide jobs. And at the end of the day, they are even risking their own freedom at stake, that they might end up going to jail if something bad happens through no fault of their own. You should keep that very important. Reliance has started making job offers to Future Group Retail's network employees. The network employs nearly 30,000 people. Okay, I believe, let me check the sound first. Okay, yes, sound is good. I have an easy day, Bansal is not alone. Okay, approach Reliance here. The stores are now going to be rebranded under the Reliance Retail label. So that's why I'm actually considering to buy this one, because supply chain network of the retail is now going to be actually, we are going to see. You should know that it is a mass business. Now, so far, Reliance incurred 1,500 crores as working capital to support the extended to pay. Now, I don't know about this. Ask Amazon, because they had debt, they debt soon, and Amazon said out here. Is this my company? That is in 2020. Just the time landed it in the forums against the deal, citing another agreement with Future. That's what I explained to you. This was a 2-year long legal trouble that was going on. I was keeping track of it every single day because my own money was invested in this thing. So that's why it was important that I need to know what is happening within the industry. Despite getting support from Reliance, Future Retail incurred over 4,400 crores in losses during the calendar year of 2021. Reliance exercised control and managed the loss-making stores. According to sectoral experts, had the situation persisted, Future Group would have plunged into insolvency. Insolvency का मतलब होता है कि वो कंपनी completely dissolve हो जाती. It's worse than being bankrupt. वो उसकी सारी assets liquidate कर दी जाती है और उनकी नीलामी की जाती है. That is what it means. Yeah, and yeah, that was the article. Coming back to this thing on portal. Now we are going to look. Sorry. Now, I have given you the detail of why Reliance Retail is a cash cow business. The price per share and the number of shares that will be allotted is rupees 12,840. So they sell in lots. Reliance Retail has a face value of rupees 10 and the shares would be available on NSDL and DSL. Number of shares in this slot would be 4 and you will be paying 12,840. I will be paying that money if you consider investing. But before we consider investing, we are smart investors. We make decisions very sound and logical. We are not going to put in our emotions. We are going to look at the financials and we will see how much the company has the potential to grow. And this is the research report that is created by the team that is of lead off. So hats off to you as well. First of all, we need to look at the sector. Indian retail industry new players. It accounts for over 10% of the country's gross domestic product, GDP. India's fifth largest global destination in the retail space. Index. India ranked 16th after US, Canada, Germany, UK, China, Japan, France, Australia, and Italy. As per Carney's research, India's retail industry is projected to grow at a slower pace of 9% from 2019 to 2030. And from US 780 billion in 2019 to $1,400 billion by 2026, and by 2030 this industry is going to grow up to $1.8 trillion. So now we know that the industry's potential is very high. It's going to grow. About this company, Reliance Retail is the retail initiative of Reliance Industry Limited and is central to the group's consumer facing business. तो ये Reliance का part है. Reliance की brand value है, and Mukesh Ambani, Dhirubhai Ambani, they have time and again proven their worth by creating very highly valuable businesses. Reliance Retail has been at the forefront of bringing about organized retail revolution in India. Founded in 2006, it is the largest retailer in India in terms of revenue. Its retail outlets offer food, groceries, apparel, footwear, toys, home improvement products, electronic goods. Apart from physical outlets, they also sell products on its e-commerce channels. RIL is an Indian multinational conglomerate. So its parent company, Reliance Industries Limited, headquartered in Mumbai. And the entire diversity of business of Reliance Industries Limited includes energy, petrochemicals, natural gas, retail, telecommunication. But as we saw in the pandemic of 2020, we come to realize that now they are transitioning from an energy business to a technology-based business with Jio, and the entire revolution of Jio, how actually completely changed the way we see India. Reliance is one of the most profitable companies in India and largest publicly traded company by market capitalization. So it's the largest company by the market cap and it's a blue chip stock. Now, brands that come under Reliance Retail, Reliance Fresh, you can see all of these here. And you can even download this report. You will be able to see. Time to see the financial data. So the time of financials is of 2021 and 2022 right now. The revenue of company is actually 130 1 lakh 30 crores in 2020 as of 31st March 2020, and in the quarter of 31st March 2021 the revenue increased by 131 crores. So again, it's a very big company that is, which has a very high revenue growth. You cannot expect a very high revenue growth in that sense, but any increase in in large market cap company is good growth. Other income has actually decreased. Now, other income you should not be worried about, because other income is ancillary income that they do other activities on. So even though if it decreases, it doesn't really matter. EBITDA. EBITDA is earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation and amortization. That has decreased also. So from 2020, 31st March to 2021. Now you need to understand the fact that, from 31st March 2020, COVID had not yet taken place. The lockdowns were still started, and we were expecting about 2 month lockdown. We didn't know how long it's going to continue. So the losses are not that bad if you are looking from that aspect. Now you need to look at the balance sheet as well. As per the balance sheet, the share capital of the company is 4,000, basically 5,000 crores, and it has remained the same share capital. So there is no selling of shares going on and no purchasing of shares going on like that. So no promoters shares have been sold. Reserves and surplus. So reserves are again the treasury that a company has in its bank. On 31st March 2020, it was 13,000 crores. From then, it has actually increased to 20,000 crores. I don't know how it has increased, but again, it's a good thing that the company's reserves has actually increased, because it allows the company to take higher risk eventually. Milestones that the company has. 2006, ventured into organized retail through Reliance Retail with its first Reliance Fresh stores in Hyderabad. 2020, they crossed 1,000 stores mark, announcing partnership with Quicksilver, Steve Madden, Zegna. 2012, Reliance Trends became India's largest fashion retailer, with partnerships with brands like Iconics, Kenneth Cole, Thomas Pink, Brooks Brothers. 2013, Reliance Retail achieves EBITDA break-even. इसका मतलब ये है, the company's organic growth now found a way. No, इसका मतलब सिंपल ये है कि कंपनी वॉज प्रीवियसली ऑन इनऑर्गेनिक ग्रोथ, यानी कि वो पैसा डाल रहे थे एंड बेसिस ऑफ दैट द कंपनी वॉज ग्रोइंग. बट बाय 2013 दे एक्चुअली ब्रोक इवन. सो अब उनका जो एटलीस्ट जो उनका इनपुट है, जो उनकी कॉस्ट प्राइस है, अब उनकी सेलिंग प्राइस की इक्वल मैच हो गई है एसेंशियली. एंड नाउ एनीथिंग दैट दे आर गोइंग टू अर्न पोस्ट टैक्सेस, दे माइट बी एबल टू टर्न प्रॉफिटेबल इवेंचुअली. 2015, Reliance Digital Express Mini was launched, a chain of small stores dealing in mobility and communication devices. And Reliance Retail consolidates its market leadership as the largest in India. 2016, Reliance Retail launches Ajio.com, a curated fashion digital commerce platform. 2017, Reliance Retail crosses 5 billion revenue mark. They launched RelianceTrends.com, a multi-channel e-commerce platform for Reliance Trends. Announced partnership with Flormar, Bali, Scotch and Soda. Launched Project Eve, a mid-premium fashion and lifestyle destination store for women. 2020, they launched JioMart, India's largest hyper-local solution. One second. I need to check if the stream health is good. Okay. Yeah, it feels good. Perfect. Coming back. Now, FY 2021, they made 1,50,000 crores in revenues. Their EBITDA, earnings before interest, tax, depreciation and amortization, is 9,700 crores. They have, as of now, 12,000 retail stores, more than 12,000 retail stores, and they are in more than 7,000 cities, with more than 5 million customers visiting stores every week. 14 million milk. Okay. Now also take a look at the shareholding pattern in the company. The massive shares, which is 89% of the shareholding pattern, is by Reliance Industries, which is its main promoter or the parent company, which is a good sign that the management is overlooking all the decision making in the company. Apart from that, if you look at all of these, like it's Silver Lake Partners, Silver Lake Co-Investors, KKR is Kolkata Knight Riders, Mubadla, Edia, GIS, GIC. These are all private venture capitalists that have put their money in the company, and they do not hold a very massive share in the organization. Now, future projections, and this is as per research report on Reliance Retail that their research analysts have made. Revenue in 2022 would be 1 lakh 83 crores, and by 2023 it would be 2 lakh 53 crores. This is a very massive jump in the companies, and I believe they have done a discounted cash flow analysis to come at this kind of conclusion, because what they have done is at 10% of lesser of current level, at current level and 10% higher of the current level, they have done their cash flow analysis of the company. So, and they are marking a growth of somewhere around 43% more or less, to see how much the company is going to grow. Net profit of the company as of now, the company is not net profitable because they have done only broke even on their EBITDA. But by 2022, it is assumed at a growth rate of 46%, the company will have a net profit of 6,700 crores. In 2023, the company will have a profit of 9,800 crores. At a growth percentage of at 10% or higher of the current level, with the growth that they are currently facing, at 56%, the net profit in 2022 would be 9,100 crores, and in 2023, it would be 14,000 crores. Very good numbers. Okay, now also let's take a look at the financial annual report of 2021. So I will not go too deep here, because again, I don't want to bore any of you guys. So one thing that I'll do is that I will just take you through the independent auditor's report that is done by a third party analyst, so that there is a level of transparency in this regard. Let me zoom in so that you'll all be able to read as well. Auditor's responsibility for the audit of standalone financial statement are obtain reasonable assurance whether the standalone financial statement as a whole are free from material misstatement, whether due to fraud or error. As part of an audit in accordance with SAs, we exercise professional judgment and maintain professional skepticism throughout the audit. Okay, one sec. Okay, perfect. Now this is the standalone balance sheet as per independent audit. As of 31st March 2021, the non-current assets of the company hold at 8,200 crores. And so it's a jump from last year's 31st March of 7,100 crore. Intangible assets under development, if you can see, it's 3,600 crore. Previously, it was 2,700 crores. Financial liabilities, you should know that the company के ऊपर कितना debt लगा हुआ है. Previously, the company had a debt of 4,600 crores in 2020, and that has also increased massively to 14,700 crores. So उनका debt company का बढ़ गया. But जैसा मैंने आपको बताया था debt financing अपनी वीडियो में, the company often takes debt to make sure that they are going to grow. It's a trust and a bet on your abilities, on your future ability to grow. Value from sales, that is the income that the company is generating from 2020 to 2021 is 1,40,000 crores. That's a very high number. So you need to know that it's a not just a cash cow, it's a cash cow club, like a number of cash cows roaming around in a park. 1,40,000 crore is not a small number at all. Expenses of the company, if you were to look at, previously from 2019 to 2020, it was 2.9 crores, 3 crores, but then it has actually decreased. The, the cost of materials has decreased to 0.9 crore, basically 90 lakhs. That's a good thing. Total expenses of the company has also increased. It was previously 1,23,000 crores. To that, it has increased to 1,25,000 crores. Again, the more expenses that you have, it reflects on what you have done. So purchases of stock in trade, so जो भी उनका माल आता है अपने उनके showrooms पे stocks दिखाने के लिए, that is the highest cost of expense that the company is incurring. Okay. Profit for the year, other comprehensive income is 22.1. One second. Perfect. Yeah. Total comprehensive income for the year, earnings per equity share at value of rupees 10. Previously, the income from 2019 to 2020 was 5,500 crores. Now it has actually decreased to 4,580 crores. But we need to keep in mind that their expenses have also increased. That's why there is a loss in the income. Keep that in mind. And cash flow statement. One second. Consolidated financial statement by independent auditor that I need to know. Cash flow statement, I will look at 90. It's at page 90, and yeah, and the balance sheet, which is consolidated statement. These are important, so you need to look at that as well. Current assets have grown 2020 is 9,500, increased to 12,300. Profit and loss. Profit before sharing, before share of profit joint venture tax. So basically profit before tax is 6,200 crore. पहले था ये 2019-2020 में 7,527 crore. Again, COVID impacted the entire industry. You need not be scared that the company has now actually made less profit. उन्होंने अपना पैसा डाला है. They are actually trying to grow the company. ये आपके दिमाग में होना चाहिए. That's how you need to look at things. And the balance sheet, cash flow statement. So cash flow from operating activities has also decreased. It was previously 7,500 crores. Now it has decreased to 6,200 crores. There was a 2.75 crore of dividend income previous year, but this year they did not give any kind of dividend income. Cash generated from operations. So cash flow from operations mainly. Net cash flow. It was previously 16,000 crores, and now it has decreased to 797 crores. This worries me a little to see, what have they done? What have they done with cash that they have generated operation? So I will do my own research in this regard, but I will not tell you because it will take a lot of time if I start to tell you how it is happening. Cash flow from financing activities. So the company also, provides debt to other small companies. That is known as the cash flow from financial activities. In 2019 to 2020, that cash flow was 348 crores. 2020 to 21, that has increased to 359 crores. So be very much mindful of that. And cash flow from investing activities होती हैं basically property purchase करना, plant, equipment purchase करना, which are intangible assets. So वहाँ पे भी इनका actually increase हुआ है. The cash flow is 4,700 crores to almost 10,000 crores. Yeah, that was it. That was the financial statement. Please always look at the financial statement of a company. It's really important. And now I'm actually going to invest my own money. I'm going to invest 12,000. I will buy 4 shares of Reliance Retail to tell you how easy it is to invest in the company. So you need to enter your demat account number with the company. You will get 4 shares. Price per lot is 12,800 rupees. Total purchase would be of 13,000 rupees because there's a transaction fee of 2% which lead off charges because it's a brokerage. Brokerage which make money off of the transactions that are done. Now the payment is as simple as through UPI you are able to make the payment, and the moment it's done you will be able to buy the shares. So I'm going to pay via UPI and I will do it live right now in front of you all. Done. It was really simple. With UPI, you are able to get this done within 1 second. The order has been confirmed. It takes about 24 to 48 hours so that you are able to see. Now, how do you see your stocks in this regard? It's really you log into your zero account or whatever account that you're using, be it Upstocks or it's Grow. I don't use that platform, so I will not talk about them. There's a console. In this console, I will talk to you about these. This is the INE number of the company, and this is symbol, the ticker symbol of the stock. Now I don't want to show you all the stocks that I have, but I will copy this ticker symbol, and I have purchased 4 stocks of a company that goes by the name of Tata Technologies. So this is the stock that I purchased, which is Reliance Retail, and I invested all of a certain amount of money in Tata Technologies, which is a company backed by Tata. So hands down, I believe in these two brands. I will invest my money. That's my own personal choice. This is not a buy sell recommendation. I'm not a SEBI registered financial person. I'm only here to create awareness and educate you all. So that's how the entire process looks like. Now, let me show you DIN number. Now, you see, I put in DIN number and I put in this Tata Technologies Limited unlisted shares. This is the unlisted share that you can see. You can also log in through your CDSL account, which I'm not going to do right now. I'm sorry, I have exceeded my time limit for this video. So you will be able to see. Now this is the ISIN number. ISIN number is the number that a ticker is actually given to the brand or the company, and this is the same number that you are able to see in my console, which is INE 142M01017, INE 142M01017, and PAN number is the PAN number of the company that is allocated as per the GST. And you know what? That is it for this video. Let me just show my screen, and I will say this, that please do your own research. Always do your own research, because if any of you incur losses in the markets, that will be your own money lost. We are here to create awareness and education. Be it Rachna Rana De ma'am, be it Akshat Srivastav, be it Shashank Udupa, or be it Ishmohit Singh SOIC that you are working with to create content on. We are here to create awareness in this regard. If you do not do your own research and just go by the buy sell recommendation of anyone of your friends or anyone, you are going to make losses. I'm here to teach you to become a smart investor. A smart investor is someone who does not put their emotions before logic or the numbers. The numbers do not lie. We live in a mathematical universe, and that's how the world revolves around it. If you think from a logical standpoint and grow from there, you will be able to reap the benefits and rewards of it in the long term. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun teaching you through the entire process of how it all works. And If you do enjoy this video, please give a like, subscribe to the channel. I will see you to the next time.